We're rolling?
Yep.
All right, well, here we are in Duluth, Minnesota, playing Denfeld, the Denfeld Hunters. We're already underway, trying to get set up here. We don't have any Wi-Fi control, so we're going to tape it and rebroadcast later. So we're only under a minute in. Bemidji's wearing the dark blue jerseys, of course, for the road game. And Duluth Denfeld is wearing the white and maroon. Meyer comes down and brings down and shoots it and comes into the far side for Westover. Westover dumps it back down, gets through Meyer. Down in the corner again, it's battled by Ryerson up to Westover. Westover takes a shot towards the goal, that won't go, and Denfeld clears it out, sends it all the way down. It's going to come on goal, or is it? No, it's just going to go past the goaltender. And that's going to be icing on Denfeld. So Bemidji's got some sustained pressure here already early on. We got Colton White in goal today. Happy to see him along. Westover tries to send it out in, and that gets deflected and caught up in traffic. And that brings Stitsworth up through center and gets over to Lapeer. Lapeer ahead for Jacobson. Jacobson across the line, up to the high circle, and takes a shot. Now comes over to Yerbich. Yerbich blasts one, and it goes right off the pipe. Gets a hold of it again. Now he sends it hard down into the corner where Jacobson's at. He gets a hold of it. And we've got a whistle. It looks like the net is just off its moorings. So we're going to reset that guy and set up again for another faceoff. So 13-18 left in the first period, scoreless here in Duluth Denfeld. Comes over to the near wall and up for the Lapeer. Lapeer back down. And looks like Stitsworth's down there. He's going to chase it down into the corner and go all the way around behind with it. Gets it up in the center for Yerbich. Yerbich is going to get a couple sticks on him. He can't quite manage it. And so Westover is going to step in there and hit that one and get it down in deep. Back out to the point, though, for Stitsworth. And it comes up to Yerbich. Yerbich can't quite handle it. He's got a guy banging on him, and Denfeld gets it back out to center and dumps it in deep and runs for a change. Lapeer will pick it up behind his own net, and he'll send across ice for Stitsworth. Stitsworth now will take it up through center. He'll gain the zone cleanly, and he'll head to the bench, and Denfeld sends it back out where Roscoe picks it up over to Engesheather. Engesheather steps ahead. He skates it into the zone, gets ahead of him, though, and Denfeld sends it back out the center. Down into the Bemidji zone now. Picked up down there. Engesheather gets a little bit deeper in the zone for Roscoe. Roscoe's going to ring it around for Moran. Moran's going to send across ice now for Adams. Adams gets across the line on the far side, gets to the dot, takes a shot, goes right into the goaltender, drops down. Whistle goes, and the goaltender's able to hang on to it, although I think he dropped it initially.
A nice little rest by Bemidji. I don't think I've ever been in this rink. Fortunately, we're not able to go live. We'll upload it later. Sorry, folks.
We do have rust in the rafters,
Yep.
literally. Off the faceoff, Bemidji controls, comes to Roscoe at the point. He sends a shot and goes in wide. He's looking for the redirect maybe. And it comes up the far wall. Denfeld gets it out to center. Roscoe crosses over to go get a hold of it. And he'll do so and put it up the boards. Up for Adams. Adams will get it ahead for, that's Baird. Baird will drop it back for Moran, but Moran won't be able to get onto it. It's behind him. So Lapeer picks it up, brings it in right to the high circle, takes a shot and gets a goal! Bentley Lapeer comes right off the bench, picks it up and sends it in from the left side circle. And I think the goaltender got a piece of it initially. And I have to double click it again. There we go. I think we're back. So Westover gets it over to Meyer at the blue line. Meyer tries to dump it in there. Well, Denfeld gets a hold of it, sends it back down in deep. Not without being iced, though. And I'll tell you what, Denfeld's having a hard time getting out of their end of the ice.
Yeah, Bemidji looks like they're ready to play.
Good sustained pressure.
Bemidji 3-zip right now. Thanks for the
Comes to Meyer. Meyer takes a shot. That one goes wide to the left and ricochets all the way out to center where Westover picks it up. Back in his own blue line, sends it up ahead for Meyer again. Meyer flips it into the zone, gives chase. Denfeld sends it back out to center. Everybody's going to have to tag up. But the puck comes across.
Offside's the call you can make.
Yeah, when you're offsides by about 30 feet. It's an easy one to call. I think we had 2 of them trapped in the zone that time. So Tyken will take this face off and he'll come back to Lapeer. Lapeer across for Westover. He'll turn and dump it down in deep. Ryerson will go down to the chase, comes over to Tyken at the far wall, and he gets tied up and gives Denfeld a chance to come out to center. They gain across the zone. They get a shoulder from Meyer, though, and transition back. Tyken gets right down the slot, tries to backhand it, goes up high and goes off the backboards. Over on the near side now. Denfeld gets it up through, well, they don't get it. It gets right onto Tyken's stick. Tyken takes another shot, gets a rebound, takes that shot. Both of them go right into the goaltender, and he's able to hang on to that one for a stop. So 10:34 left in the first period, and it's 1-0 Bemidji.
Good job, buddy.
So it's not working.
It just keeps flipping it down for some reason. I don't think so.
I wonder what's going on with that.
But didn't know that could disconnect.
Other side.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure what's going on with that. It looks like it's full battery, right?
Yeah, it's fully charged.
I don't understand. Back here, back at it.
Well, down in the corner, Westover sends it up for Roscoe. Roscoe puts one on goal. That one's booted out to the corner again. And Jacobson's going to pick that one up again. Out to the other side now, gets through Engesether out to center. He retreats and grabs it at his own blue line. Brings it down into the zone. Backhands it up for Yerbich. Yerbich sends it ahead to Denfeld. Hunters collide in the mid zone. And that gives Bemidji an opportunity to get a hold of it again. Cross ice for Jacobson, through his stick, and back out to center. Stitchworth will chip it down into the zone and give chase. Everybody's tagged up, so it's onside. And it comes up to the near wall. Roscoe steps down. He sends it from the tight angle shot down low. Jacobson turns and spins right in the center of his slot. Can't make that happen. Stitchworth now, he takes a shot from the high circle. And that one goes wide as well. Denfeld now finally gets a chance to break out. And they can't do much with it, though, because the stifling defense of the Bemidji Jacks. Denfeld now takes a shot. They got probably their first shot on goal right there. And White steers that one aside. Engesether will pick it up behind his own net, bring it over to the far side. Up to Yerbich. He tries to tip it out for Jacobson, but it's not received well. Engesether now behind his own net. And he's looking for a place to go. He's going to come to the near side for Stitchworth. Stitchworth's going to take a couple steps and send it up ice for Yerbich. And Yerbich will chase it down into the near corner and get it across the line. Everybody else went to the bench, though, except for Yerbich. So he's down there now. And finally, Moran is able to help out. He gets checked off the play. Now it comes to him again, although he overskates it. Denfeld tries to clear it again. This time, Adams comes in there with some speed. And he gives it a slap shot. Doesn't quite make it all the way. And we got bodies flying all over the place now. Now Baird takes a shot. He gets one on goal. That was booted into the corner. And it goes back in behind for Adams. Adams out for Westover. Westover takes a shot. That one's deflected and goes wide and behind. Up to the point now for Lapeer. Lapeer steps out. He drops it for Adams. Adams takes a shot. Goes right into the glove of the goaltender. And he'll hang on again for a stop and play with 8:02 left in the first period.
Who got that first goal? I didn't quite catch it.
I don't recall now. I forgot my notebook and didn't write it down.
Oh. Well, that was their first Stitchworth 5-on-5 goal of the game. I apologize for missing that. A little bit of technical difficulties, but we're making it work.
Denfeld gets tossed from the face-off circle. And they do eventually, I guess. Well, I guess Bemidji owns its face-off. Westover sends one in there. It doesn't get quite to the goal. And it comes up to the near side. Now Bentley Lapeer, he'll send it back down in deep for Baird. Baird down for Moran. Right out in front for Adams. He whiffs on it. Comes to Westover. Westover takes the shot. It's just a shooting gallery out there right now. Finally, the goaltender grabs a hold of it and hangs on for another stop and play. Maybe this thing's better off without a charger on it.
Yeah, buddy. Bemidji's certainly bringing it today, though. No, it's not live right now. I'm recording it and I'll upload it to the YouTube channel.
Bemidji having away with Denfeld here in the early part of this one. Although Denfeld now gets his own and finally able to get out. They get a shot. It goes wide. And it's carried over the other side where Adams gets ahead from Moran. One-on-one. He's got Baird with him, but he can't quite hang on to the puck. Chases it down in the corner. Turns up the slot now. Gets a shot on goal. The goaltender can't hang on to it. Gets a hold of it again. Back for Roscoe now. Roscoe sends one off the pipe.
There's a pipe there, too.
And it comes up to the point. Angus Heather stops it briefly, but it does trickle out. Nice transition right back into the zone. Moran tries to sidestep, and it comes back out to center. Everybody's going to have to check up as Roscoe gets a hold of it and sends it back down in there. And Adams now is going to battle along the boards. Comes to Roscoe, gets through his stick and out to center. Tyken sees that, though. He'll pick it up. He'll send it over to Angus Heather on the far side. Angus Heather up for Moran. Into the zone now. Moran takes a shot from the high slot. Rebound and a goal. Wyatt Tyken was trailing the play there and got the rebound from the Moran. I think it wasn't the Baird. It might have been the Baird first attempt. Not sure if it was Baird or Moran on that one. We'd have to go back and look. But
that brings us up to another 5-on-5 goal for Bemidji. Goal scored by 18 Wyatt. Probably not just Hayden Incal in there.
So 6:10 remaining in the first, and it's 2-0 Bemidji as the play comes to the near boards. Meyer's able to get it down in there. Tyken picks it up, and that one's deflected back into the corner. And the battle goes in behind. Right up to the slot. Another try from Ryerson. And that one ricochets all the way back up to the point where it's held in by Roscoe. Roscoe sends it back down in there. Meyer sends it up the slot. Oh, it comes all the way up to the line. Roscoe's able to hang out with a nice sidestep there. Sends another one wide. Comes to, that's Ryerson there. Centers it up for Meyer. Meyer is able to backhand it in there for another goal.
Who's that assisted by? 22?
Yeah, it'd be a Ryerson to Meyer on that one.
Another 5-on-5. Neat goal for Bemidji there. Cookman. Goal scored by number 40 Corbin, assisted by number 22 Corbin.
Faceoff. Tyken takes this one out at center ice. Lapeer sidesteps for a little bit, brings it down to Meyer. Meyer over to Tyken. Tyken right down the slot, takes another shot, gets those on goal, save. And puck goes around behind, battle for it at the side of the net. Another shot on goal. They're going to try the other side. Now Tyken brings it around this side. Up for Lapeer. Lapeer's going to step down in there. He takes a shot. That one's deflected by skates out front. And the puck comes over to the far side. They try to spring their player. They do. And a back-checking, very nice back-checking Bentley Lapeer prevents that from being a solid opportunity. It was right on the doorstep there with White. But between the two of them, they were able to prevent that from being a goal. Back the other way now. Bemidji is not able to get across the red line before sending it in, and so that's going to be an icing call with 4:45 left in the first period, leading 3-0.
Bemidji really dominating this period, out shooting Denfeld 12-1. I'm recording it on my phone right now.
I don't think your mic's on.
Mike's not on?
go. Now we got 2 mics. 4:14 left in the first. We got 2 mics finally. That's what happens when we stay at the bar too long. So there's a whistle. I assume that was an offside call.
1-13 for shots on goal.
Freiburger Arena has got to have about the lowest glass I've ever seen.
Yeah, this is crazy.
I mean, if you get a puck over the boards here, it's going to go right into the mush, let's say.
I apologize, I didn't have my mic on. We got 3 Stittsworth meets, 5-on-5 goals. Goals scored by Wyatt and Corbin M. We missed the first one, trying to figure everything out. Apologize for that.
Off the face-off, Urich drags it out towards the high dot. It's picked up by Stittsworth, knocked off of his stick. He's got to retreat again and regather. Comes to Roscoe. Roscoe over to Angus-Heather, gets through him and out to the blue line. And back to Angus-Heather. Battles at the red line now, gets it across. Gets it up for Urich. Urich charges in there, but comes off of his stick as well. And it finally goes into the zone with Jacobson, who is trapped in the zone. And that'll bring a stop and play, and it looks like a centerized faceoff.
We also have Gavin here helping us with the shots on goal. Duluth or Bemidji up 13-1 so far. 3:35 left in the first period.
They're wrong or no?
Nope, you guys are good.
Bemidji gains the zone, and Angus-Heather takes a shot from the point area, and that one goes off the side of the net. And net comes off its moorings again. So we'll blow that one dead and start over down to the right of the goaltender.
Is it 1-14? 3:24 left in the first period.
Thanks for the call, Gavin. Good job.
What did you say?
Thank you.
Did I hear that or no?
Mm-hmm.
How could he tell?
You want to stick that in your pocket.
Eric, how could he tell that?
Oh, it's wide open in the side of the net there.
One from Bemidji.
Nobody could whack that thing in there. The puck goes down in the corner for Adams. Adams out for Angus-Heather. Angus-Heather takes a shot from there. Bounces right to the goaltender. They just keep whacking at it. And this Denfeld team does not want to box anybody out. And it's just, like I say, a shooting gallery down there. Finally, they get a hold of it. They skate it out to center. And they're going to gain the zone on the Bemidji end. Angus-Heather tips it away from him. And they try to get it a little bit deeper, but they can't. Angus-Heather grabs it again. He's got that brand new shiny stick. Sends it over for Roscoe on the near side. And Barrett will pick it up from there. And we'll go all the way across ice for Adams. And Adams is going to score.
Is that from Baird?
I believe that was sent across from Barrett. I believe it was.
I think you're right.
Yep.
So that's another Stittsworth meet. 5-on-5 goal scored by number 23, Brody, assisted by Callan. Another beautiful play, 4-zip. First period of 2:25 left. Bemidji out shooting Duluth 16-1. They are cooking.
Tyken received the face-off on that one, and it got knocked off of his stick and down into the zone, and so Westover had to pick it up back there. Clearing attempt by Tyken is picked off by Denfeld, and they send it back down in. And it'll pick up there by Meyer. Meyer's going to try and spring Ryerson. He gets through him, and he tips it, though, and so that's going to be not an icing call, and so he's going to chase it all the way down to the near corner and send it up the boards. Meyer there, he'll send it up the ice, up into the center, and he'll get another one on that goaltender, who's doing double duty today. Facing, 17 shots on goal already. Yeah. And poor Colton White back there, he's kind of bored back there.
Yeah.
Meyer now takes a rocket off the glass, and that one comes all the way out to the point. And Westover holds that one in, comes down to Tyken again. Reverses down in the corner. And he's got Lapierre calling for it. He decides to send it into the slot. Battle for it right in front of the net. It's just a bunch of whacking sticks again. This time Westover's going to step in there. He'll take a shot, send it in. Meyer stops it, drops it down, and takes the shot. That one goes wide. Can go to the near side, up for Lapierre. Lapierre's going to step it back, and he's going to send it in there again, looking for a redirect. And it goes wide and comes back out. Up to Tyken. Tyken takes the shot. That one whistles wide. Imperial step way down deep. He's down below the goal line. Comes up to, I believe that was Tyken that took that shot. And the goaltender must have held on to that one again too, and or maybe went into the netting, not sure which. But that brings another stop and play with 1:04 remaining in the first period, and Bemidji leading 4-0.
We got 1:04 left in the first period. Did he already say that or no?
Nope, I didn't. Good job covering that.
Did he say that?
You might have, I can't remember.
Going to do a little lubricating of the
All kinds
the
of
net there.
issues with that net.
That net sees a little lube. Boy, Jacobson just off the face-off goes right to the goaltender, and Jacobson chased it right to the mouth of the net. He was ready to get a rebound right there.
With shots on goal, 1, and yes, 17 on goal.
Face-off again, goes back in behind. Jacobson gets his own face-off again. Sends it up for Stitzworth. Stitzworth takes a shot. Comes to Engeseder.
19.
He takes a shot. That one's blocked in front. Back to Engeseder again. Sends it down in for Yerbich. Yerbich tries to get it back up, but it's lost to Denfeld there. Comes out the center. Engeseder's going to get a hold of it. He'll send it up for Stitzworth, who will tip it ahead for Jacobson. Jacobson had some speed. He got it into the zone, but Denfeld picks it up from them there and reverses it on the other side. Stopped by Engeseder at the point. He steps it down the wall, goes right to the dot. Tries to center it in for Stitzworth. Stitzworth can't get a stick on it. Goes wide. Down in the near corner now. Bodies on the puck. And that big fella right there kicked down. I'm not sure who that is down there. Anyway, I think that's Jacobson that got taken down. Now the puck comes out the center again. And Roscoe is able to get a hold of that one. And Jacobson brings it into the zone. Dangles across the slot and hits a shot right before the whistle blows for the end of the first period.
That's a heck of a first period start. I'll say that. 19 shots to 1. 4-0 lead for Bemidji.
Yeah, I'm guessing they heard my buzzer.
They are looking pretty good.
Why are they 1 minute timer?
I'm going to shut mine off for a minute here. Making a difference. I think the cable, like the tension of the cable is what's doing it.
Huh. I wonder why now, though.
I don't know. If we're going to use these things, we're going to have to plug in, I think.
Okay.
So
Roscoe takes out and switch directions here in all portion. Cross comes up to Adams, he flips it ahead for a couple of Bemidji players. It comes from Moran. Moran centers it. pops up in the air right in the slot. And it's deflected over into the far corner. Brown picks it up there. He tries to drop it, but there's nobody there but white jerseys. Over to the area behind the net. Adams picks it up, comes up for Engelsecker. He puts a shot, goes off the side of the cage. And Adams will pick it up there again. He heads up towards the dot, knocked off of his stick, but there's Bear to pick it up from behind him. He backhands it across for Roscoe. Roscoe comes in, shoots, and scores! Takes a hard enough shot to knock somebody's stick right out of their hand. So that was Roscoe who got that. That was Roscoe. He's got a pretty hard shot. Gave it over to him. I think it was from Engelsecker on the near side. I think I'm mistaken. Another 5-on-5 Citrus Meats goal for Bemidji. Goal scored by 27. Roscoe. Brody. Assisted by Evans. Off the face-off, Lapeer shoots it down in and it's picked up by Denfeld. BBB pass there. Intercepted by Bemidji up to the center for Meyer. Meyer takes a slap shot and that one's saved. Denfeld now the other way. They're going to cross the red line and dump it in deep. And it's stopped by right behind and it's picked up by Lapeer. That's lazy behind the block. Tyken's got it on his stick. He's coming with some speed knocked off of his stick. Goes in behind the net. And it's picked up by Meyer. Meyer tries to backhand it towards the slot. No one's there. Comes back out to Tyken. Tyken takes a shot. Meyer takes a rebound shot. Still no goal. Over the far side now. Ryerson will dump back down for Meyer. Meyer centers it. Nobody there. Except for Denfeld. Denfeld sends it out to center. They're going to pick it up at the Bemidji blue line and bring it in. Drop pass for a bunch of new players. And it's going to give Tyken an opportunity to send it over to Meyer. And Meyer sends it across for Ryerson. Ryerson dumps it in deep. Meyer's gonna pick it up down in the corner. And no battle for long there. Ryerson comes in to help out. And Meyer gets a shot finally for another big fella. You don't see Corbin get moved around too much. Yeah, you don't see that too often, and he got moved around a little bit there. And so they continue to battle along the near side. Tyken gets it on his stick. And I guess they continue to battle. Ryerson comes in to help out. Down in the corner. Oh, Tyken sends it up for Wester. Wester does a one-timer of sorts. That one won't get through. Center attempt again by Ryerson. That one doesn't get through. Set back out. This time it gets past Westover. It's all the way down for an icing. That'll bring a stop and play with 12:28 left in the first period. Or second period now. Gavin, what do you have the shots at? Same as them. What's that? What are the numbers? 1 on 22. One for Duluth and 22 for Bemidji. Bemidji coming out equally hot the second period. I think so. We got a discussion. Looks like the referee might be actually working on his equipment. He's got his helmet off. Oh, the old Leatherman and working helmet, I think. We got some equipment not working for the ref. We'll take the time, call out our sponsors. We got Lapeer Shorelines on the power play. We haven't had any of those yet. We got Northern Amusement on the Emily Kill. Haven't any of those yet either. Citrus Meats on the 5-on-5 goals had plenty of those so far. Also got Dale Schmidt Agency that would normally sponsor the scoreboard, but we're having to go old school and upload later today. Well, we had a referee that ejected himself. So we got one referee left here. We're gonna make it happen. He's got his helmet off. He must have some kind of a certain equipment problem there. Screws loose. Never seen a referee with a screw loose, but I guess we've seen it all. Denfeld all gets off the first shot to get it down at Macy's. Oscar's in the 4-11 on the Susan. Referee Denfeld down in the corner. Mr. Stitcher called over the Oscar at the ball of the goal. And he just let it go for Hubert had for Jacobson. Gets through Jacobson all the way down. Down in the corner, Denfeld tries to pass it up with D, I guess. And they try to turn it out and stop him by Innocent. He holds the line. Stetsworth grabs it from there, brings it down into the circle. And on the far side, he's gonna chip it down in behind for Unich. Bemidji gets his body on this man. He kicks it up ahead and he tries to center it. And it's not really centered on task. So Stitchler tries to send it back for Bemidji. Bemidji gets a slapper towards the goal, and the goaltender's going to cover that one up. Bemidji certainly making home in the Duluth offensive zone. You got Colty back there just trying to stay warm as he can. Probably trying to stay awake. That too. So Bird steps the line and takes the face out, comes to Lapeer. Can't quite hold the line though, as Denfeld picks it up from there. They chip it down in and give chase. And we had a delayed penalty coming up here. Looks like we're gonna get an interference call. Is that Will? Will Westover. Ref gave some action like he can't push the guy down, and I guess you can't. First Northern penalty kill here. We're gonna have Angus on and Moran off. So we have Adams and Angus Beard, and looks like Lapeer on this PK. So Denfeld's got it at their own blue line. They send it down in the center right to Adams, and Adams picks it up and carries it back out of there. Skates it down into the Hunter zone, and he gets it ahead for Bird. Bird's gonna carry it all the way down into the corner. Maintain possession, get it up for Ingersoll at the point. Ingersoll now, he'll dump it down in deep again for Bird. And Bird will be happy to just kind of lazily skate along and kill time. He's not being really pressured at all. He just reverses it back down in for Adams. Adams now is going to pick it up, and he'll carry it up the wall. Give it up for Roscoe, I think it is. And Roscoe sends a shot in, and Denfeld, being strong-handed, can't even get out of their own zone. Bemidji is completely controlling play here with one man short. There's another shot by Roscoe, goes off the goaltender and over the near corner. Finally, Denfeld picks it up and carries it out to center. And that's not for long though before they're ridden off the play. And it comes to Adams. Adams chips it head for Baird. Baird's gonna turn up ahead. And he gets down and dumps it into the zone and heads for the direction of change. So this will bring out Moran. And looks like Tyken. Along with Lapeer, Engelset are still on the ice. And Denfeld now on a power play. They should have been the penalty kill. On the penalty kill still. 39 seconds left. I mean, he could have skated that one across the blue line before he sent it down there even. We got 2 on top on goal and yes, we got 25. That's shot on goal for you. Big Gavin. I get the feeling this is kind of the Denfeld secondary team here. As the face-off comes out to Lapeer, he turns and sends it down in deep. And they'll pick it up down in the corner there, but Tyken's gonna get hold there, gets it over to Moran. Moran's stripped up. He goes down, no call, but he comes out to center. As Stitchworth's taking a position in the center at the defensive blue line. Kill this penalty off. Tyken picks it up on the far wall. It's getting around behind. Not being tested, comes out to center, centers it up for Moran. And Denfeld finally picks it up. They get across the blue line. Sends a long shot in on White. And White's still awake, so he makes that save. And it goes down into the corner. Now we got a whistle and a trip. And it looks like the Hunters are happy about that one. So just as the penalty expires, then the Lapeer goes in for tripping. Their second unamusement penalty kill here. Only in 26 penalty. But they called for it quite catch that. 19, I'm sorry, what? You see what the penalty was? Tripping is a goal. Yeah, you can't trip when you get out. Rangers. No tripping out here. We got that goal, yep. This, White snags that one with the glove. And we forgot to start the clock. So then we'll sit there for a few more seconds. People are watching this. We're not the only ones. Well, we got the hole in it. Get the cross there. There we go. Now we got it going. Shot on goal, right to the stop that one. Pops out in front. They blow it dead again. That whistle's good.
156 left. 156 on the Conley kill.
Looks like the referee got out of his self-imposed ejection. He's back on the ice. Puck comes up to the center, and here comes Rice, and he's got some speed, he breaks away. Oh, the puck bounces off of his stick, and it must have been a rough spot on the ice there. And it trickles away from his stick, he couldn't get on it and get a good shot off. That was a great burst of speed, good play by Corbin there. Yeah, he came right out past that other player.
146 left on
Put a
the
little
Conley
distance on
kill.
him pretty quick and just, the puck hit something and I saw it bounce.
146.
And it's just, he couldn't control it. Off the face-off, Denfeld controls and sent it up through center. In his own on the near side, take a shot, that was blocked by Westover. And they chase it down in behind. Out to the far circle, take another shot. Cat-like reflexes of Colton White. It snags that one out of the air. He hangs on for a stop. .49 left in the second period. Jacks are leading 5-0. And in the process of killing off a PK. Stitchworth now. You can't get a stick on it. Defended nicely. Stitchworth will maintain control down in the corner. But he's got two guys on him and he eventually loses. He did it all on his own and Jacobson will be down here to pick it up. And he'll send over the near side. They'll come back to Jacobson. This time he'll be down in there. Get right by everybody. He'll go down in the corner. 1 minute remaining on the Lapeer penalty. As Denfeld sends it off the side of their own goal. Had that been 6 inches further out, it would have gone right off the goaltender's skate in the goal. Meanwhile, Denfeld finally gets down into the Bemidji zone, gets a shot on White, and he's able to glove that one down too. 49 seconds left on the penalty. And Yurich will take this face off. And we've got Stitchworth and Jacobson and Oswald with him. Jacobson sends it around for Stitchworth. Stitchworth to Oswald. Cross-ice passing, but Stitchworth can't quite hang on to it. And Denfeld gets a hold of it, sends it back in the zone, offsides. So just outside the zone, Yurich will step up to the dot again. Comes to Denfeld and they'll carry it across the red line. Shoot it all the way in. And White will stop it out behind his net. And it'll come over the far side. Stitchworth's up ahead for Yurich. Yurich can't control it though. And he's able to maintain it in the zone. And Denfeld will pick it up again, bring it back home behind their own net. Get that tail, shoot it right into Yurich's point blank. And the play stays deep in the zone now. Roscoe's able to step up and keep that one from coming out of the zone. And the play will just continue in the Denfeld zone. Players McHugh's penalty is expired now, so we got 5-on-5 hockey. And Bemidji is maintaining control in the offensive zone. Stitchworth here will lose him in his own space and will come to Denfeld. They'll just crank it out of there and ice it. And they'll head to the bench for a change. What's our shot clock look like over there, Gavin?
6-on-25. Home is 6 and yes is 25. You can say that.
6 to 25 shots on goal in favor of Bemidji.
How do you know the shots on goal?
The goal and the score is 5 nothing for Bemidji. So just about the same ratio of goals as there are shots. Over the slot, Bland takes a shot, that one goes wide. Pick it up behind again, get his own rebound. And he'll carry it out, send it up for Westover. Westover to Engelsetter. Engelsetter's gonna take a shot from there, it goes wide to the right. And that one's gonna ricochet out of the zone. And Westover's gonna pick it up there. But the chaser down got held up in the snow, I think. And he'll pick it up and hit it in. And then he'll knock it back out of there again. And Adams loses the stick as if he was an attempt to hang on. Takes the body on the guy and wrestles him off the play. And Roddy hold on the stick with 2 hands. That give Bemidji a chance to break out the other way. Baird over to Moran. Moran can't quite hold it in the slot. And Denfeld will chip it back out the center. Uh-oh, we got a 1-on-0 opportunity here. They come in on White, takes a shot. White gloves that one down and hangs on. Saves the day there. They got a player sneaking in behind the defense over there. I think he came off the
That's
bench.
one shots on goal. And 7.
Alright, shots on goal, 7-25. Bergie Evans.
Oh my God. I got 7 on 26
And off the face-off. Roscoe will pick it up down the low. And straight over the near side.
Somehow Galen got over.
Off over down. Larson is facing against the wall, but he comes up with it. Comes over and sends it nicely over to Tyke. A little bit harder a pass maybe for Tyke. He couldn't quite handle it. And the puck will come on over down and Roscoe will retreat and pick it up. Ryerson on the near side now. Comes over to the blue line with it. Gets it over to Tyke and sidesteps. He gets in the shot attempt, but it doesn't go there. This time, Bentley appears able to pinch down, and he takes it all the way down in deep, tries to get it from Meyer. Meyer takes another shot, gets over to Tyke and scores. Tyken's all open there on the right-hand side. Tyken said his name, I think. She's got, yeah, it is, I believe it is. We scored. We're gonna get a few of those today, looks like. 6 goals on the board already. And 5-on-5 Duluth meets goal. Goal scored by number 18 Wyatt, second of the game. Looked like they had an assist from Corbin, number 40. And Nick probably Bentley in there too.
26. Got it.
Roscoe controlled and goes in. And his pass is picked off in the zone there. It's some good defensive work by Bentley Lapeer. Gets it back out to center. And that gives some Tyken a chance to get some wheels. And he'll skate it down in deep. And he'll leave a couple of Denfeld players in there, carry right into the slot, gets a shot. That one will go. And it trickles over the far side where Ryerson picks it up. Ryerson reverses around, tries to set it up for the Lapeer. Lapeer has to pinch down to keep it in. And Ryerson falls as he tries to go get the puck. This time it's cleared right onto Meyer, I think it was, right on the helmet's head on that one. Yeah, Meyer's using his head. Now he gets a hold of it, takes a shot, that one goes right in the belly of the goaltender. And he'll hang on again for another stop. Playing with 4:15 left in the second period. That goalie's got a good chest. 5-0 is the 6-0 is the score. He got 6 goals. And the face-off comes for Ingersoll. He tees it up. He sends it wide as he takes a check. And Jacobson will pick it up there and he'll try to set it for Stitsworth. Stitsworth's going to chase it down in the corner. Denfeld, well, they won't get a hold. Now they get a hold of it. And they'll just golf it all down again. Puck will come back down into the Denfeld zone for a face-off. So face off again, this time Jacobson doesn't quite get it, comes over to Denfeld player, brings around, comes all out to Ingersoll, down for Yerbich, over to Westover on the other side, and they'll chase it all the way down. In behind the goal. And he'll try to rush it again. He'll go to the other side. It's time for Jacobson. Jacobson sends it up to Stitsworth, who does a nice job of covering for Westover. And Ingersoll gets a hold, tries to shoot whiffs on it. As does Yerbich on his first try. The second one goes off the post. Over to the near side, they finally get a hold of it and set it all the way down again. And they'll ice it yet again. As the Denfeld Hunters have a hard time building any kind of offense. Bemidji's been all over them offensively and defensively. So Bird will take the face-off this time. And Adams will wheel a get a hold of that one, set it down in deep for bed. Reverse to the other side by Denfeld. Adams now setting up for Angus there, but it will be stolen by a Denfeld player. They carried out a hard check for
Release that skill, man.
Clearing it down goes right through the crease. Comes over for Adams on the near side. Adams over to Baird. Baird tries to get one on goal, but it goes wide. Battle down in the corner now. Comes out to the point. Westover's able to sidestep a player and save his zone. Gets a shot. Goes right off of the Denfeld player. He's hurt by that one. He's gonna limp his way to the bench and get replaced. At least he's upright though. Play will go down into the Bemidji zone. Deep down in there, they get it up to the point. Gets through them though and gets out to center. Moran overskates it. Otherwise he'd have been probably in on a one-on-one opportunity. He had some momentum going. Offsides at the Bemidji blue line with 2:21 left in the second period. Bemidji leads 6-0. Faceoff comes to the near wall. And Roscoe's send that one ahead up for Ryerson. Ryerson tries to save, gets into the slot, comes loose in the front. Shot goes wide. Comes back out right to Lapeer. Lapeer tries to sidestep the defender. Sends it over to Roscoe. Roscoe bats one towards the goal. And it goes wide down in the corner where Tyken grabbed it. Tyken centers it off from Lapeer. Lapeer backhands it and stripped up in the slot. Goes down like a bag of hammers. And the puck comes out to the point. Another shot on goal. And that one goes wide to the near side. Battles along the wall. And tackle sent down from Meyer. Meyer's gonna bring it around, try and set it for Ryerson. That doesn't work. Out for Roscoe. He's deep. He's setting it in there. Scores. From the top of the circle, Roscoe's able to find, there's a ton of players in front of the bench, or in front of the goal that time. And he found a hole and got it in. Is that Roscoe's second of the game? I think it is. Roscoe's second of the game. And lot of movement. I think Meyer might have been an assist there. Situate 5-on-5 goal there. Bemidji still cooking, up 7-zip. Over the far side now, Jimmy High, White stops it there. And he gets it up for Roscoe. And Tykins able to get a hold of it before it goes in. Go to Meyer for another goal. Meyer just flips it up over the glove right there. Meyer's second of the game. That ball's a goals. He's got to be a hot trick coming in there somewhere. Yeah. We got a whole other period of play left. Assist by number 18 Wyatt. Another 5-on-5 Stitchworth meets goal there. 8-zip. Bemidji out shooting Duluth Denfeld 32-7. Off the first shot, Nurkic scoots a hold of it. He battles his way into the zone with it. Going to the circle, tries to center it, goes right behind Jacobson. And it comes out to center, and Roscoe sends it across from the pier. Tips to the head and comes over now for Jacobson, back for Roscoe. Roscoe kind of overstates it and going backwards there a little bit and kind of lost it. So that gives Denfeld a chance to get it up, but they can't really do anything with it before Jacobson does his work and brings it in deep. Thrown into the Hunter zone. This time Stitchworth battles along the boards on the far side. He'll chip it in deep for Jacobson. Jacob's gonna look at the Nurkic waiting in the slot. Nurkic puts him right on the boards. And we got a roughing. White. Big fella. Stitchworth and him have got a little discussion going on. We'll be talking about summer hockey plans. Probably summer hockey plans. Figuring out which AAA team they're going to be on next year. That'll bring us into our first Lapeer Shorelines power play.
Yep.
22 seconds left in the second period. This might not take too long. What's the guess, Kevin? How long will this power play take?
This is a 2-minute penalty.
2-minute penalty, okay. Off the face-off, Denfeld's able to get a hold of it, and
Okay, I'm just gonna re-put my penalty on there.
and Westover's gonna pick it up and send it up the near side for Yurich. Yurich across for Engelsetter. And he'll pick it up in his own blue lines, lost in the snow. And finally Jacobson picks it up there, gets across the line. And we run out of time in the second period. So, it doesn't look like we're gonna zam. Nobody seems too excited to leave the ice.
Okay, that works. 1 minute. What the heck?
Well, 15-minute periods, I didn't quite catch that. I missed it as well.
Eric, I guess it doesn't 15. And on the 15, I get a 1-minute penalty, I guess.
We run into that oftentimes up here on the range and in Duluth, I think. Yep.
Eric's the third period, right?
Well, it looks like they are gonna go, so we're gonna... William is Zamboni. I don't even know where he comes in. I guess there's a Zamboni over there. So I guess Eric, what do we pause here? Take a step, warm up a little bit, and come back for the third period. So probably take about 12 to 14 minutes to get this Zamboni through here. And we're back for third period action. It's 8-0 Bemidji. And we'll see in a few.
Well, once or twice a season, this happens and you got an old school enough. Looks like we're about to start the third period here. We got the Pier Shoreline power play. Another minute 38. We'll see if it takes that long. Another shout out to our game sponsor, Rise and Construction. Thanks for being a long-time sponsor of this program. Bemidji's out shooting Duluth 33-7. Eating out the game. And we're ready to play. Looks like we might mix up some positions. We got Brody back in D right now. Brody and Stisford are on defense. Got Will at center. Meyer takes it in on the right-hand side over from Adams. Adams takes a shot, goes high up the glass. And comes out to Stitchworth. Bounces off his skate, comes out to center. Oh, he can't hang on to it though. And Denfeld's gonna chase it down in the zone. And he gets a couple sticks on him and gets knocked away. Now we're gonna go the other way. And he gets a little bit ahead of Meyer. And down into the Denfeld zone. boards. Comes in right on right in the slot. Ryerson takes a shot, kind of weak on it, goes wide. So to the point for Adams. Adams shoots from there, takes a ball down. Shot and goal. Rings it off the crossbar. Who made that pass? I didn't see. It might have been Meyer on that one. We'll go with that. The Shoreline power play goal scored by number 23, Gloria. I'll give him props. That was a good snipe. Nice pass to him from number 40, Corbin. Corbin's racking up the points. I think he's got 4 on the day. Couple assists, couple goals. 9-0 Bemidji. And we got running time going. I think the boys might be hungry for lunch today. Well, that one had eyes. It was sailed it in there from long distance. And just ran the crossbar, got right down. It was a beautiful goal. As play comes down into the Bemidji zone, Jacobson's back to get it and ring it around for Lapierre. Lapierre's gonna chip it ahead. Where is he? Yeah, he's gonna get it to Roscoe. Roscoe also looks like he's in a forward position. He gets a shot on goal. That one's stopped by the goal. Goalie, and they'll bring another stop and play, but not in a stop in the clock. Shots back in favor of Bemidji 5-1 here. That would be 35-7. That's some good Bemidji math for me. Jacobson and Tyken on defense now. Looks like the coaches are having some fun today. Mixing them all around. And so we got Roscoe down in the forward position. We got Bradley Lapierre at forward position. He gets a hold of it, tries to bring it in. Rolls off with a stick. And finally it's going to come out. Taken. Trips his own player, I think. Brantley actually stepped on Tyken's stick and took a digger right on the center ice here. Anyway, the puck's gonna roll around to the other side and Tyken's gonna pick it up there and he'll spin it up and get it up to Eubanks there. Eubanks gets pasted along the boards there. And now it's becoming a checking fiasco here. And over to Jacobson. Jacobson with the high circle set in there and deflected wide. And it's picked up by, who is that? That's Bird. Bird gets it up in the center ice. A whole pile of people right in the center. I think just about all the players were in that left circle. Up to Bear backhands it over for Eggsetter takes a shot on the beautiful opportunity Ball comes to Jakes gets it over for Tyken tries it one time, puts himself down. And comes to Eggsetter on the far side. Gives it up for Tyken down for Baird to Tyken. Tyken steps in, takes a shot from there. It's deflected down in the corner. Eggsetter's going to be playing a winger. And he grabs it from there. And he's gonna retreat back up the boards and send it for Tyken. Tyken at the point now. He gets to he tries to get it across for Jacobson, but it's stolen and sent all the way down. And the Hunters are gonna ice this one. With its clock ticking away at 11:29 left in the third period. Yep. Up by 6 more goals. So West overtakes that face off. It goes up the near boards and cleared out of there. Adams is going to retreat down in his own zone. He'll carry it around behind. And he'll pitch up the boards. But Denfeld will steal it from there. And send it back down. Send it back down in deep. Setting the attempt right in front of Colton White. And it goes wide. Still wide there. Try another center attempt. And here it's going to come up to Ryerson now, he takes a shot, couple collisions at mid-ice, and we've got a penalty Corbin Ryerson, or Corbin Wire, he's gonna have a seat for roughing. And that's another Northern Newsom penalty kill. Third of the game. So, with 10-10 on the clock, Jacks will have to kill a penalty. And puck will come out to the other side. It flips into the Bemidji, into the Bemidji bench. Colton White takes a skate over to the glass there, and the next team that's up to play gives me a big old cheer. Up to against the boards there, Denfeld picks it up. Not sure what to do, it's her backhands it down on the wall, and Adams just traps at it and sends it back all the way down the other way, clears the zone. Back out to center now. Bantam will pick it up there. It's 3-on-2. They'll come across the line. Yeah, they try a shot. Stitchler's able to deflect that one down into the corner. Shot in, the shot comes into Bolton, and they finally get one in. Off the rebound, they get a backhand, it trickles up over Bolton. And that's gonna do it for his shutout. You don't wanna say that word until after the fact. So that's gonna be for 9-1 in favor of Bemidji. Bemidji won 2 for 3 on the penalty kill, 1 for 1 on the power play. That's okay. Boys. Face off will come to, Jacobson at the defensive position. Up ahead for Unit. He must not have touched it though. And they're going to call that one racing and bring it down into the Bemidji zone. I thought he touched that one, but sort of looked like to me. The fella that was closer than me says no. There's over here, that's your shot on goal. Alright, off the face-off. Denfeld picks it up at the point. Goes right off of Yurich. Now he's gonna be going the other way. 1-0. He comes in there, takes a hard shot. Gets his own rebound and scores. Goaltender wasn't able to hang on to it. That was a great read by Jace there. Yep, good read, and he was able to get those wheels going and get it out into the zone, and I don't know, don't worry about it. Goaltender couldn't control the rebound, and Jace got his own and stuffed it back in behind his hard shot right up the logo. 10-1 now. Stitchworth meets 5-on-5 goal. Off the face-off, Denfeld will control, will turn it up the other way. And it'll come out to Jacobson. Jacobson's got a hold of it. He's got some speed too now. And it's tipped off of his stick as he tries to enter the zone. And this other's got to wait for him to get back on the side. And he gets knocked away from him and back down into the Bemidji zone. This time Tyken will send it over to Moran on the near side. Moran can't quite hold of it. And Denfeld will send it back into the Bemidji zone again with Tyken and will send it up the other side. Now I just had a tip of the head for Baird on with some speed. Baird comes in the zone, gets a shot. Ooh, that goes a big one at the post. And goes over the far corner. Denfeld clears and they get by everybody, and this is going to be another icing. And we'll bring the face-off back down into the Denfeld zone. .618 as the clock keeps ticking. Baird takes the face off, comes to Denfeld. Denfeld in control and send it up to center ice. The tip of the head, they got a guy splitting the D, but he can't hang on to it. Old White lets it go by as Stitchford comes in there and scoops it up, brings it over to the far side. Stops. He's got two guys on him now. He gets it up for Moran. Moran tries to get it to Baird, comes in and out of the zone. And there was still another Denfeld player caught back there, so came in offsides. Yep. Take a while. Baird now takes the face off. And it comes to Stitchford on the defensive position with it over to Adams. Adams over from Moran. Moran gets across the line. Tries to carry it over the boards. He does. Getting some pressure though. And Denfeld's gonna work on it over the other side. I just saw they puts a body on his man. And they got a little bit awkwardly into the boards, but there's no penalty there. So now the puck comes back out of the zone on Stitchford's stick. And he crosses the line right at the center. We're over to the dog. He's all behind looking for the center chance. That doesn't pan out. And he gets ridden off the floor. Anderson sends it down in a little deeper. And will give Bear a chance to pick it up down in the near corner. And you said he was in there to help him out. And you said he'll kick it along the boards. Eventually he can't though. And he gets sent back up the boards towards Adams. Doesn't quite get there either. This time, Denfeld gets a hold of it now. Chipping back down into the Bemidji zone. And Adams will retreat to pick it up there. With some speed, he'll come up the far side. And bring up ahead for Tyken. Tyken tries to get it to Bear, can't get it that far. Bear now will pick it up and get it across into the zone. Oh my God, no, it's gonna come back out of the zone. And here comes Jacobson off the bench. He picks it up and mishandles it. And Denfeld picks it up on the far side. They get a long shot that goes wide to the right. Over along the board now, Anderson gets it out of the zone. And it goes back in and is called offsides. 3:53 remaining in the game. Bemidji leading 10-1. Shots in favor, 40-11 of Bemidji. Overall, really dominating performance front to back. It's kind of like the men and the boys out here today. Off the face-off, it comes to Meyer at the red line. He dives his way, gets across the line, and takes a shot right from the high slot. Goes right in the center, the goalie drops it again. And the rebound goes down the corner. Goaltender's hurting there. He took that shot from Meyer right in the chest. It looked like it went right in on the protective equipment, but it may have found a soft spot. Or he's had his share of, he's been busy, rubber. I'm gonna check now my goalie. Yep. Making sure the goal is okay. Took a really hard shot. Coach Walker letting his boys know he doesn't want that disrespectful type of stuff, I think. face-off from just to the right of the goaltender. Comes right to Angus Sutter. Over for Tyken. Tyken takes a shot. And deflects off a right. And out of the far wall. Comes out the center. Ryerson's able to get a hold of that. Hold it from them and comes to Westover. Westover skates it in. High slot, sends it in. Meyer takes a rebound. That one goes right in on the goaltender. And the puck is under the goaltender. The goal's down is going dead there. And the puck will, or the clock rather, will continue to flip down. 2:39 left in the period, 10-1, Bemidji. Yeah, he got kicked out. Like to call these kind of games character games. What kind of character you are? High up on the score, or on the opposite side of your getting your butt kicked. Puck flips up over these short boards and out of play, and that'll bring another shot. Pretty much everybody in the building just wants to get out of here at this point. Alright. This is cold rink. Old school rink. It's over 50 years old. Kinda cool to see a different school. Different place in Duluth. I haven't been here before. It's true. It's got a 9-war shield. I was just gonna say that. It looks and reminds me a lot of 9-war. Memories get better Comes to Stitchworth. Oh, he tries to line it up and he kind of mishandles it a little bit there. Denfeld's gonna get another shot on White. He gets a little action here now. Now they're messing with the lines to get a little more opportunity for the Denfeld Hunters. And so Colt White's had to do his thing and net here a little bit more for this third period. Under a minute to play now as the play goes down into the corner. And we got a delayed penalty coming up. And it's going to be on Bemidji. We got a slash. It's our fourth of the game. I don't know who they called that on. Looks like he's talking to Bentley LaPierre, so Bentley's gonna go for his second penalty of the game. Bentley doesn't agree. By the time they get that one recorded, we're gonna run the clock back. Brings us up to a very brief Northern Amusement penalty kill. Off the face-off, taken with control. No, he won't. It's gonna come down here. He's gonna keep a stick on it. And keep battling there. And it'll come up for Barrett. Barrett will chip it out of his zone. And then Minnesota's gonna get a hold right there. Maintain control. Take a short angle shot. And trying to stuff it in on the other side as the clock sounds for the end of this one. And the Bemidji Jackson will be victorious tonight, today, at a score of 10-1. Get away to start this Duluth trip. Brings the boys up to 2-1. So we'll see 11:43, and then that's to be it. You got it. Good job, Gavin. We'll see you at 6:30 tonight against Hermantown. Hermantown's always a good competition. 6:30, Hermantown, Mars Arena. Hopefully we can go live. Maybe we'll have some better fewer technical difficulties maybe.